section 5.8. Last section for today. Okay, so first off, we talked about factoring before. If I was going to factor this, I'm going to do guess and check. Obviously, there's only one way to get 3c squared, and that's 3 times 1. Now, 32, there's a few different ways to get 32. 1 and 32, 2 and 16, 4 and 8. Okay? So let's say I tried 8 and 4 like that. Right? Just a little later. That's going to be 8. That's going to be 12. Those do not differ by 20. So that doesn't work. That's why it's called guess and check. It's not guess and move on. So instead of doing that, I'm going to try switching the 4 and the 8. Put the 4 here and put the 8 here. Okay? 8 times 3 is 24. 4 times 1 is 4.
Is that a 6?
3c, 4, 1, 4, 24, 8. 1 times 32, 2 times 16, 4 times 8. Those make 32. So, can I get negative 20 from these two numbers? Yes, I can. 4 minus 24. So where did the 24 come from? Here and there. Okay, so I just factored that. Now I set them both equal to 0, which means my 2 points, my 2 solutions are 3c plus 4 equals 0, and c minus 8 equals 0. Right? Move the 4 over, 3c equals negative 4, divide by 3, negative 4/3. Or c equals 8. Those are my 2 intercepts. Okay? Since it's factorable, I don't have to do the quadratic formula. I can do the quadratic formula if I want, but since it's factorable, I don't have to. We usually reserve the quadratic formula for things that don't factor. If it doesn't factor, then we're like, okay, we have no other choice, let's use the quadratic formula. But in this case, they do factor. Okay? Now, how do we work backwards? Take each solution and set the variable equal to each solution. Manipulate each equation so they can be back to 0. Okay? So, we take our answer of negative 4/3. C equals negative 4/3. Okay? And we wanted to be back to where we came from. Well, we multiply both sides by 3. I'd have 3c equals negative 4. And if I wanted it equal to 0, I would add 4. 3c plus 4 equals 0. So that would give me my 1 parentheses. So I just work backwards, and now I've got, there's my 3c plus 4. And if I had c equals 8, just work backwards, c minus 8 equals 0. There's my second one. Now, multiply those together, 3c plus 4 times c minus 8. Basically FOIL it, or multiply or distribute, however you were taught. 3c squared minus 24c plus 4c minus 32. Join the like terms. 3c squared minus 20c minus 32. Right back to where we start. Full circle. Okay, so we took the quadratic, we factored it, set it both equal to 0, got solutions. Then work backwards from those solutions. Got our factors, multiply them, and got our quadratic. Okay, so working backwards. We have our 2 solutions. X equals 2 and x equals negative 6. So we're going to work backwards and set them equal to 0. How do we get them equal to 0? Subtract 2. Add 6. So there's my two binomials. And now I'm just going to multiply. X minus 2 times x plus 6. First times first. Outer. Inner. Last. So my quadratic is x squared plus 4x minus 12 equals 0. So I can factor and find the solutions. I can take the solutions and work backwards and find the quadratic. And that would be the formula for the parabola that goes through 2 and negative 6. So if you just roughly think about it, something like that. Here's negative 6, here's 2. Generally, you have a parabola that looks something like that. It's a happy parabola that goes through 2 and negative 6. Okay, so same thing working backwards. X equals 7, move it over, x minus 7 equals 0. Move the 2 over, x minus 2 equals 0. Here's your two binomials. X minus 7 times x minus 2. Now we just FOIL it. So x times x is x squared. X times negative 2, x times negative 7, and negative 7 times negative 2 is positive 14. Put the two middle terms together. X squared minus 9x plus 14 equals 0. So that's the quadratic for those two solutions. That parabola hits the x-axis at 7 and 2. And it's a positive happy parabola. So it's a smile. Okay? This one's easy. X plus 7 equals 0. This one's a little bit more work, so we take the steps. Equals negative 4/5. To get everything on the left side, first thing we have to do is multiply by 5. We get 5x equals negative 4. The negative 4 is left. And then we have 5x plus 4 equals 0. So there's my two binomials. So I'm going to take x plus 7 times 5x plus 4. No. X times 5x, 5x squared. X times 4, 4x. 7 times 5x, 35x. And 7 times 4 is 28. Join my like terms. The quadratic is 5x squared plus 39x plus 28 equals 0. And if you're asked to factor that, you just work backwards, and you end up with x plus 7, 5x plus 4. It's just a circle. It's the life cycle of the quadratic. Factor, multiply, factor, multiply. So let's skip number 4 because it's kind of like number 3. I'll just do number 5. So for x equals 1/2, we're going to do both these because it requires a little bit of work. 3/7. First thing we do is got to get rid of that denominator. So we're going to multiply both sides by 2. That cancels. That gives me 2x equals negative 1. Since I want it equal to 0, how do we move 1 over? Add 1. Very good. 2x plus 1 equals 0. There's my first binomial. Over here, I need to get rid of the denominator of 7. Whatever I do to one side, I do to the other. That gives me 7x equals 3. To move the 3 over, I'm going to subtract it. 7x minus 3 equals 0. There's my other binomial. Now I just take 2x plus 1 times 7x minus 3. And I repeat the procedure. First times first, 14x squared. Outer, negative 6x. Inner, 7x. Last, negative 3. Put these two terms together. 7x minus 6x is just x. So 14x squared plus x, or plus 1x, however you want to write it, minus 3 equals 0. And that's the quadratic that goes through those 2 points.